So one thing they're not telling you is that retail arbitrage technically is against Amazon's terms and conditions. Now, this isn't really a problem because Amazon is not going to, penalize you for it, but there are some, risk associated with doing this type of, business endeavor. So one of the biggest risk is that when you do retail arbitrage, Amazon is eventually going to lose your item. So there's no question about it. I've done, many retail arbitrage shipments to Amazon, and eventually they're going to lose a few items. They might lose the entire shipment. They might transfer items. Items might get lost in transit. However, when you look at their inventory ledger, when you go into your settings, you can see that Amazon is actually selling these items. But what they're going to do is they're going to go ahead and make a revision and say that, these items are lost, what have you. So basically at that point, they're going to ask to provide a receipt of at least 10 items from an authorized manufacturer. At this point, a lot of times you can provide the retail receipt. If you go to Costco, technically they might be considered a wholesaler. Sometimes I know a lot of people got away, with Home Depot receipts. So once you hit the customer service standpoint, you're going to have to deal completely via their online portal. So you're not really going to be able to get a hold of someone. Technically, there is a way you can do that. However, the customer service is not going to be very helpful. And the data that they see on their end is not going to be the same data that you can see in your inventory ledger. So regardless of the situation, items are going to be lost. You're going to be going back and forth with the customer service, which is likely in India. So they have absolutely no intention of helping you whatsoever. And then once they kind of get to realize that you don't have a receipt from a authorized distributor, manufacturer, they're going to start downplaying the situation, and basically you're not going to get paid for the lost items. So this isn't really an issue if you're selling a lot of items, because you can compensate for the items lost in transit. However, if you're doing small batches, 10, 20 products, they might lose everything. They might lose a few. And if your margins are very small, that's basically going to eat into your profit. And then the time you waste trying to recover what was lost is basically going to be a negative to your account. So one thing you need to, consider when doing retail arbitrage is that items are going to be lost through Amazon. And you need to take this in consideration, put that into your spreadsheet, understand that a few items is going to be lost, and can I still make money? So that's one issue when you're dealing with a small scale. If you're dealing with a big scale, it might be easier to absorb that loss. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to accept the fact that they're going to lose items and you're not going to get reimbursed for it. But it's literally like a 50-50 type of situation. So that's just one thing to consider with retail arbitrage. Technically, it's against Amazon's terms and conditions because you need to be going through an authorized distributor. However, they're not going to penalize you. They're just going to ask you for a receipt. And so when you're doing retail arbitrage, again, you need to make sure that you're unlocked in that category. So there's ways you can get unlocked. We can do that in the next video. Please like and subscribe if you like the content. This is information that no one is really sharing with you because, it's not really the popular information. It's not the popular opinion. However, if you're already part of Amazon, FBA, if you've done retail arbitrage, you probably already know what I'm talking about. So if you're a beginner with Amazon, FBA, and retail arbitrage, please like, comment, and subscribe. We got a lot more content for you. This is coming directly from an Amazon seller. A lot of issues with Amazon, FBA, retail arbitrage is not being said. Obviously, it's not a popular opinion, but it's something you need to hear if you're considering retail arbitrage. However, you still can make money at retail arbitrage. I'm not discouraging you in any way. I just want to let you know that there are some risks associated with retail arbitrage, mainly due to the fact that it's against their terms and conditions, and the fact that items will be lost. You'll be able to provide that receipt. Sometimes you'll get reimbursed, sometimes you won't. Eventually, there's going to be a point where you're going to be going back and forth with the customer service. You're just going to need to accept the fact that you're not getting paid. Otherwise, they're just going to throw you into an endless cycle of asking for invoices, and you're never going to get paid. Complete waste of time. Just take that into consideration when you start, factoring in your profit and loss. Just take into consideration that there's a certain percentage that you're going to lose. For me, it's roughly 10 to 15%. So that needs to be taken into consideration. So if you have good margins, it's not really much to worry about. I'm not really sure why this issue hasn't been brought up. However, we're here for you. We're trying to help you out. We've been through this. We know a lot of people that have been through it. However, no one is talking about it. So like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, let us know. We'd be happy to answer it for you. Comment below. Subscribe. Thank you very much. In the next video, we're going to be talking about a lot of different things regarding Amazon FBA and how to get unlocked in certain categories. So thank you for watching.